We know that God created the universe in 6 days. Now, I'm not going to go into the question, do we really believe it happened in 6 days when scientists say it happened in billions of years? Well, there's really no contradiction. And I'm not going to go into this in much greater detail, just to get it off the table for a moment. Nobody could prove the age of anything if you're able to create something old. In other words, if I had the power to create a shofar and create it that when it's tested, it will exhibit signs, physical signs, that it's 1,000,000 years old. I don't have that power. But if God, who does have the power, could create a universe in one instant that's billions of years old. In other words, if a geologist, any other type of discipline in science would come along day one of creation and they would examine the age of the world, it would be the the universe is, they say, about 13 billion years, give or take a few minutes. It would be the same age, minus 5,783. In other words, God created an aged world. Now, you could ask a very good question. Why would God want to create an aged world? Isn't that deceiving us? So the truth of the matter is, I once gave this talk in University of Michigan in Lansing, and someone there who was a very militant, anti-teaching creationism said to me, that's offensive to say that God created an old world to deceive us. Why would God want to deceive us? So my response to him was, do you know what the word world in Hebrew is? I don't know if he remembered, he knew it or not, but it's olam. Do you know what the root of the word olam means? Concealed. The universe was created by God to conceal his presence and his purpose, so that we discover it through our own intellect, our own emotions, and our own actions. So the very definition of existence is that God created something that appears one way, but is really something else completely. And we have to discover and find the truth. Another analogy, another metaphor that's often used is that God is playing a game of hide and seek. A loving father will play with his kids and play the game of hide and seek. Why is the father fooling and deceiving the children? Is that called deception? No, that's a game. It's a game to stimulate the children to search and to find him. The father gets very upset when they give up and they don't look for him anymore. Well, the same way God created the world and he hid himself by design so that we seek him, that it's our effort. That's one of the differences between Judaism and some other religions who believe that God does everything, we do nothing. Judaism believes that, on the contrary, we do everything. God gives us the wherewithal, he gives us the inspiration, he gives us the roadmap, he gives us the tools, but we have to do it ourselves, or else we miss the whole point of why we were created.